Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike here at Game From Scratch, and today we have another humble bundle of interest to game developers. If you did not know, I try to keep you up on the best deals out there for game developers, and this one is one for the musicians, or I suppose we could argue for the non-musicians, because if you don't have the ability to create your own sound effects and music, well, it's easy to buy them, especially if you can buy them cheap, like we can here on Humble. Of course, if you are a musician, you could still, supplement your stuff, or have some sound effects or samples you may use in your own collection. If you don't know how Humble works, it's a collection of stuff, in this case, sound effects and music tracks. They are royalty-free. These ones come from the Game Dev Marketplace. We'll look at the license in just a few minutes. Organized into tiers, you buy a higher dollar value tier, you get all the tiers below it. Increasingly, the middle dollar value tier never makes any sense. So basically, you're going to buy the $1 tier or the, I think it's $25 tier here. You decide how your money is allocated between Humble, the charity, the publisher, and if you so choose, thank you so much if you do, to help support Game From Scratch using my link. All right, so at the $1 tier, you're getting the watery interface sound effects, the Tools sound effects, the underwater ambient sound effects pack, the dark robotic voice pack, the true crime-inspired original soundtrack, soundscapes of Chernobyl, and then the PSX horror audio asset. So if you're wondering about any of these, like, okay, is this music or audio or what? You can click on it and learn a little bit more. So this one is 35 assets, including distorted screams, creepy ambient, that kind of stuff. So anything you can drill down, learn a little bit more about it. By the way, you get the downloads come on the Humble servers. They're not updated, so it's like a one and done kind of deal. You can download them as many times as you want. Generally, there's zip files inside. You will have MP3 and WAV format audio in most cases. Another thing you're going to want to be aware of here is you're going to want to stay, so these ones, for example, right here, are from Potion Audio, and this is Potion Audio, like so. What you're going to want to do is you're going to make sure that the ones you want kind of come from the same producer, especially from the music side of things, so you get a consistent sound quality. So these are different composers potentially behind each one. At this mid tier, you're getting the Arcane Echoes Orchestral Chiptune Music Collection, the Cards and Casino Voice Announcer, the Village RPG Music, the Children Game Music Pack, Ambient Sounds Volume 1. These ones are generally kind of the most useful in some ways if you need the sounds of like just nature, trees, birds, that kind of stuff. Survival sound effects, same kind of thing. So if you've got crafting noises, sawing, setting fires, anvil, hammering, that kind of stuff. Drums and bass, post-rock, puzzle music, chiptune music, bright ambience, and then the first tier is in there as well. Like I said, nobody's going to buy that tier because it's $27 Canadian. So if you're going to do anything, what you're going to do is spend $32 Canadian or 25 USD and get everything. So speaking of everything, what do we get? Well, we get a bunch of music packs that are specifically for games, including the JRPG Battle Music Quest Pack, Quest Music Pack, so I knew I missed a word there. A Lo-Fi Atmosphere Music Pack, the 16-bit Action Music Pack, the 8-bit Action Music Pack, the Saga Epic Music Pack, the Shadow War Dark Fantasy Orchestral Music Collection, the Battle Litany Military Fantasy Orchestral Music Collection, Rhythms of the Wind Instrumental Chiptune Music, RTS Crafting Sounds Pack, Military Voice Sounds Pack, Pro, Farm Animals Sounds, Footstep Sounds. Again, these are the things I think are the most valuable. The Foley sounds, the recorded sounds, the various different sound effects you need in your game. Music is kind of easier to come by in my humble opinion. And then we got interface sound effects, heavy duty futuristic weapon sound effect, black and white magic, percussive music pack, the visual novel anime music pack, combat sounds bundle collection, the epic hybrid orchestra cinematic battle music, the Metrovania music pack, the Metrovania music pack volume 2. I do like that this music is very much game oriented though. That's kind of rare-ish. The horror collection volume 1, dystopian hellfire, the zombie sound pack, the weapons sound pack volume 1 and 2, and then what you got from all the other stuff. So you're getting a bunch of ambient sound effects, building, crafting tools, weapons, mechs, announcers, and then a bunch of music packing here as well. Farm animals, military voices, and so on. So if the kind of genre of your game fits these packs, it could be a good pickup for you. I'm not going to bother playing you any kind of individual things because, quite frankly, they're all from different creators. So these three are all from the same creator, which in this case is Red Earth. So what you hear from them is going to sound different from what you would hear from these guys, and so on. But if you want to drill down, any of the links will bring you over to the Game Dev Marketplace website, and then over here you can see a variety of the different songs in this particular pack, and you can just check them out and see if they work for you. So any of the stuff that you see over here, so let me just go back one more right here. So let's say I was interested in the 8-bit soundtrack, click over here. Again, it will bring you over and you can hear all of the various different tracks that are available in that case. So that's why I'm not going to go through and play things individually because you can quite easily do so yourself. Just link through, see if you like the creator. But again, the thing I do recommend is check that the different ones mashed together well. Obviously, 8-bit adventure and like a battle orchestra aren't probably not going to mix and match well in your game. But if you find a single thing in here that you probably like, it probably pretty much pays for the entire bundle. So definitely worth in that regard. Now, the big thing to be aware of also is the license. Their license used to have something terrible in it. I forget exactly what it was, but there was something about Game Dev Marketplace that I would kind of stay away from. I think it was single use only. Now the most relevant area you're interested in here is the 4A. Now, I'm not a lawyer, I am not your lawyer, and I'm not giving you legal advice. I'm going to summarize a legal document, so take that with a grain of salt. But basically what they say here is you can use this in both non-monetized products and monetized products. So basically, you can use this in games that you redistribute those games. You make money off those games. It is fine. You do not have to pay them any more money or anything else. There are, however, some limitations on what this license allows. Specifically, you cannot use the works in a logo, trademark, or service mark. That would make more sense if these were graphics in this case. With audio, you should be fine in this regard, so that should not be applicable here. You cannot sell, share, transfer, give away, sublicense, or redistribute the licensed asset or derivative work other than as part of a relevant media product. That means you can use these in a game, you can use them in a video, you could use them in a YouTube video or whatever. What you cannot do is basically sell them as assets. So you couldn't put them up on the asset store or give them away to someone else to use them, their product, as an asset. That also means you cannot use these in an open source project that is redistributed open source. So just one of those things to be aware of. These are pretty much for your use only. You can use them in commercial projects, but you cannot share them with others, and obviously you cannot resell them on asset stores, and that happens more than you think. So that's why that's there. Also, you cannot allow the user of the media product to extract the licensed asset or derived work and use them outside of the relevant media product. Now, this is kind of interesting to me. I don't know if this means that you have to specifically encode your data, so you can't just have them in the file system as they are, and probably need to like compile them into a single blob format. Most game engines are going to do that for you, but that kind of seems to be what this one indicates. So you kind of got to make them a little bit more than just assets that can easily be taken. But I'm not 100% certain if that's how that particular one would apply. I'd love to hear your opinion on that one down below. So anyways, that is the pack. It is the sound effects and music for your games bundle. 43 assets, pretty much a 50-50 mix between being music and sound effects packs, all from the Game Dev Marketplace, which has a reasonable license. Again, when you buy these, you get them on Humble Store. You can download them as many times as you want. They are not updated past this point in time, which doesn't make a lot of difference here. These aren't plugins or add-ons or anything like that. So what you're getting is what you get. They come as zip files, generally in WAV and MP3 formats. Either way, you could encode WAV over to MP3, no problem, using a tool like Audacity. So the file format shouldn't matter to you too much. The license is pretty liberal in what it does. Humble servers are quick to download, so good in that regard. Let me know what you think of the sound effects and music for your game bundle in the comments down below, and I will talk to you all later. Goodbye.